Hey everybody, I'm Stacy Lynn and this is the Purple Door Update. Our country little house is coming along. We have been finding some great finds. We went to Scott's Antiques last week. I don't know if you saw the video, but we got several of the things that I was talking about, and some of the things that I showed you last week we did not purchase. After walking through it, we found exactly what we wanted. So I do not want to waste any more time. I want you to see what we got. I cannot wait. So come on in here. I've got to show you what we got first, and it's my favorite. I've been wanting to have one of these for a really long time. It's a butcher block, and it actually came from a butcher shop in San Antonio, Texas. So the guy that owned this, he had been a butcher for many years, and he also had not just a butcher shop but a grocery store, and so he sold the meat that he butchered, and a restaurant and a couple of other things all on the same strip. And I think it's still there in San Antonio, and his name was Forrest Stella, I believe. And that's pretty cool because one of my son and my husband's both are named Forrest. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then the neat thing about this butcher block, and I have been admiring these kind for years. They kind of outlawed them for butcher shops back in the 50s. So they stopped being able to use these because they were not cleaning them properly, and you would get salmonella and all of that kind of thing. I plan on cleaning mine. I just cannot wait to use this. I've actually used it today, so I'm loving it. But my husband wants to sand down just a little bit into the grain and get some of these scratches that are not the scratches that a knife would make, but from moving, from different places to different places. He wants to get that down. And then we're going to use booze wax, which is a board cream. And y'all, this is not a sponsor. I'm not trying to endorse this for any reason except the fact that I love it. I've used beeswax, I've used all kinds of other waxes, and this one is absolutely the best. And so it's called Booze Block Board Cream, and I love this stuff. And you just put it on there with your hands. You don't use any kind of a towel, because if you do, it soaks it in. You use it with your hands. You get it really deep in there, leave it on for 24 hours, and then go back and wipe it up. So one of the neat things about this butcher block that I love, it's very heavy, by the way. It's like about 150 to 200 pounds. It's already got its own little place to put your knives. So I love that, and for a honing tool. So I'm loving that too. I think we're going to put this on casters so that we can move it over to the side right here, and it will serve two purposes, so that it doesn't hit, people don't hit their heads when they come in if they're little. If they're kids, and adults don't hit this, so it will be over here, and it's not to be in the center of the room. I also want to get a table that folds out. I think that the best thing you can do for your home is to get as many gate leg tables or tables that fold out, make bigger tables, and I'm going to put it right over here. This is not a pretty sight right now, but I would like a table like that here where it will stay small unless you wanted to pull it out and make it into a full table, and that way you have a lot more storage, a lot of table space. You can do all kinds of things. Now, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I am standing on a rug that I adore. This rug spoke to me so much. I was walking through Scott's Antiques, and this guy that has this great personality from Online Oriental Rugs, and you can go to Instagram. He has a great Instagram page. He does IGTV all the time. He's really funny, and he shows different rugs, and he shows going into houses and putting rugs down. And I'm going to do an Instagram live soon with him and take him through here and see what he would say needed to be done. But anyway, he had this rug, and I fell in love with it immediately. And so I'm loving this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in this space, but for today, I wanted to show it to you in here. And so his name is Ed, and it's Online Oriental Rugs. So that was exciting. So I hope y'all like this so far. Now I'm going to take you outside because I want you to see what Scott made for me, and also the other things that we got at Scott's Antiques. So we live outside here most of the time. This is a little bitty place, and for the 9 of us, it's super for us to be able just to be outside and just run around free, and the kids can do whatever they want to do. And so I'm going to take you outside and show you the space that we will be eating outside. So come on. I may not keep these tables. It's actually some iron tables that we found, and we got them for $100 a set, which I thought was really good. And not only that, but they're heavy. The older ones that you can get, the better. So come on down and let me let you take a look. So these are heavy, and you can see that they're super, super heavy. And it's much better. The newer ones are lighter. So you can get these less expensive, and they're better made. And all you have to do is spray paint them and, get the rust off and spray paint. And we're going to get, it's kind of misting right now out here. And it would be nice if this had a beautiful umbrella. So we're going to have an umbrella for this. And then we will have this table, which is the same kind of thing, really heavy chairs, another umbrella. This is going to be awesome. And then I want you to see what Scott made. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I talked about what he was doing. This is an amazing table. And he and my sons made it. So it leans back just perfect here. And 2 to 3 people can sit. So you're talking about seating 12 people. Now, not if they're like huge, big men, but you could get 3 to 4 children along one side of this. So you're talking about, at the minimum, 8 people at this table. And look at how nice and close everybody is. I love eating around a circular table or a square table because you can see everybody and you're not looking all the way down, the big long table. So I'm loving this. This is all attached. They went and got wood that was this. I don't know how much this table would end up costing, but they paid about $130 for all of it. For all of the steel brackets that are going through. I don't know where they are, but Scott told me that he put some steel brackets in here somewhere to hold this up together. And then for the weather treated lumber, and then for the umbrella and all, actually the umbrella I think was extra. This umbrella is not big enough for this table, so we're probably going to move it over to another table. Now, to keep it weather resistant, I'm going to put I don't know yet what color, because I need to somehow bring all these colors together out here, but I'm going to do that with the umbrellas. And then I'm going to stain this to keep out the weather, and probably put some sort of other polyurethane or something like that. So it's going to be a pretty color. And then I want to take you over here. This was here when we bought the place, and I love this. So I looked for some more of these at Scott's Antiques, but a glider, I remember when I had all my little babies, this would have been perfect because they don't really like to rock. They just like movement. So to sit here with a sweet little baby, oh, this would just be wonderful. Oh, I could just hear myself singing to the baby at night, looking up at the stars while I'm gliding right here. Or you could use this as a dating kind of thing, because you kind of have to sit sort of close together. So maybe I'll bring Scott out here and we can date. But anyway, I just wanted to show you a couple of these things, and I am excited that you got to see all of this. Next week, I'm hoping to have my lighting. I don't know, but I'm hoping to have my lighting, and I've got a couple of other really fun things in store for you for next week. I cannot wait. Oh, by the way, my chairs will be done. So he promised me my chairs were going to be done, and I want to tell you about them. I think you know what I'm doing with the dark, it's kind of like a charcoal, linen-y kind of cotton, and then I'm putting leather for the seat cushion, and I want the seat cushion to be really nice and fluffy, so I've asked him to put down inside the seat cushion, to have a cushion in the middle and have it wrapped in down, and then to put the leather on top of that. So y'all, I'm hoping they're going to be super plush. I can't wait for you to see them. So anyway, I will see you next week at the Purple Door update. So be here and let me know what you think. And if you have any suggestions, let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye.